Hey, y'all, it's Casey Hope from Pizzazz Art Studio, and I am back with another 10-minute challenge. If you've been following us, you know I love showing you things that you can do in 10 minutes or less to get a little bit of peace and play. That's what art does for you. It gives you a little bit of peace, it calms your mind, it takes your anxieties away for a bit, and then it's a little bit playful because we are using tools that maybe you've not used before. Today, we're going to use watercolor pencils. I'm just going to show you how to do some fun little stuff with this. Every month we have a membership called the Whatever Letter Lettering Club, and we send them what we call Happy Mail. So this month, everybody got their cute little bag with their Faber-Castell watercolor pencils, and I'm going to show you one little fun way to use those today. So I've been doing these watercolor cards, and I'm going to show you how to do one of them. I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes, and we are going to knock it out of the park. I think we can do it in 10 minutes, and I'm going to show you how. If I do, which I usually do, we like to give away something to one of y'all. So the way to be included in the possible giveaway is just to comment on this video to make sure you like the video and make sure that you are subscribed. All right, so y'all ready to get rolling? Let's go over the supplies, and then I'm going to set the timer. I got a piece of watercolor paper. I cut it in half, and then I'm going to fold it in half, okay, just to make the card size. Now, I used to have one of those bone folder things, but anything works. I'm just going to kind of push it down, make it a crease on my card. All right, so I've got my card. Now I'm going to pick out which one I'm doing, and I think I'm going to go for the cute bow. Okay, we've got the matcha and the coffee and another bow, but I think I'm going to go for this one because there are so many things that are just fun bow themed right now, whether it is little girls parties or I've gone to lots of graduation parties that are the bow themed. So it's kind of fun. So that's what we'll do. I've got my watercolor pencils. I do have a Tombow Fudenosuke marker. Anything will work though. That's waterproof. Or if it's not waterproof, you can just use it at the end. And then I've got just some water and a paintbrush. All right, so here I go. I'm going to remove myself. Get this a little closer so you can see all the things. If you know somebody that might like to follow along with this for a fun little activity, feel free to share this. We love that. All right, I'm going to turn this light on as well, I think. Yeah, I'd love to know in the comments if you have used watercolor pencils before or not. All right, so hey Terry, hey Beth, glad you're on here live. All right, so we're setting it for 10 minutes and let's roll. I'm going to get my pink first, and I'm going to draw my bow. So I'm going to kind of be up here. It's kind of a circle-y square shape. Then the just shape, okay? So just be thinking of everything that we're doing as shape. I'm going to press down a little bit harder so that y'all can see it. But normally when drawing, I kind of start out light. Okay, counts a little bow tie there. Then I'm going to come down. Starting here, notice. I'm going to come down and back up. Down and back up. And that gives me plenty of room for the tails, which I'll just do 2 little lines here. And then I'm going to connect them up, down. 2 little lines here. Connect, up, down. Okay, so I've got that on there. Now I'm going to start filling in. I need to sharpen this. I wish I should have done that before we started. In this kit that we sent to our members, it does come with this as well. All right, so the more pressure you put on a watercolor pencil, the darker everything's going to be. So in some of the darker areas that I want, like I'm going to do a curve here and a curve here, and I want those to be darker because that's like the loop of the bow, I'm going to press down a little bit harder, especially right there towards the base. Get a little bit lighter pressure as I go out. So pressing down hard at the base, a little bit lighter pressure as I go out. Pressing down a little hard around here, and then just on one side. I don't feel the need to color everything in because once I add the water on top, that's what I'm going to do. I'm using these as colored pencils, and then I'm going to add the water on top, and they will dissolve like watercolor. It'll spread out a little bit more then. So I'm doing a little bit more pressure kind of along the edges just so that I'll have good pigment. And I'm going to go back in with my purple just because I want it to be a little bit darker than just one shade of pink. So just, I'm not pressing down too terribly hard, but I'm just layering a little bit of purple on top of some of these areas and like on the outline. Now, if I do this and I think at the end, man, I wish I would have done more purple, I can add more, but not until it is dry. If you try to work back into this while it's wet, it's not going to work. Okay, so I now explain that a little bit more as we go. All right, so let me bring this close so you can see. This is kind of what it looks like right now. And then I'm going to move this down even closer so you can start to see what we do. I'm not going to add the I'm not going to add all the polka dots just yet. All right, so I'm going to start right in here. Just do this shape. I almost have too much water on that brush. So I'm gonna, next time that I dip it into here, I'm gonna kind of tap it off as well so that it's not so much. Oh, I meant to do the outline on here before I started adding water. It's okay. I can do it later. I just have to make sure it's dry. And you may not like the outline. Now, I'm referring to that black outline. You might not like that, and you don't have to do it if you don't. You can do just the watercolor. Actually, when I did the sample, I did it just watercolor first because I wanted it real loose. And then I went back and added the black at the end. So if you're not sure kind of what style you like best, that's always an option. You just start with no black outline and then you add it in. So I'm leaving a little bit of white space intentionally. I just want it to look very soft and not too harsh. I touch the edges and then just kind of pull it in, but leaving some of the white space. So I put it in my brush, kind of tap it off a bit so it's not too much. Coming around the edge. Okay. So that is done. Like I said, you may love it as is and want to just do it just like that. I'm going to, let me just blow this off a little bit. I'm going to take my pen. I'm not going to touch the bow just yet because it is soaking wet, but I am going to add just a few little fun curvies around here. And the reason I'm doing this is because at each stage, you may like it as is and not want to do any more. You know what I mean? Like you might like adding just a little bit of fun outline and dots around the edge like this and not want to do the pink. I'm sorry, the yellow dots. And that's okay. Okay. So at every stage, I want you asking yourself, what do you like? And you do it like you like it. All right. So this could be done right here. It's pretty cute as it is. I am going to keep going though to make it look like our sample. And we've got time. All right. So now I'm going to get my yellow watercolor pencil. I see some little spots of water that I got to be careful with. And I'm just going to do some quick circles. Quick polka dots. I just did that. Now I'm wondering if this is, I can't remember if what I'm using is waterproof or not. Okay, so I could just leave these yellow circles like this, but I want them to be a little bit of a warm yellow. So I'm going to add a little bit of this orange into it. Not a lot, just a little soft something. Then I'll get that paintbrush and just quickly add the water to where they turns into that watercolor. These are the brand that I'm using are the Faber-Castell watercolor pencils. This is what we sent to club members. All right. So again, I could be done right here. I really do like this, but since I've got time, I don't have a lot of time, but I'm going to show you how to add this black outline. I'm going to blow dry it with this. This is the Ranger heated craft tool, gifted to me by a great friend and member of the lettering club. This was such a good gift. She saw me using my 80s blow dryer that had been through the ringer on many a lives, and she bought this for me a couple years ago, maybe a year ago. Hey Beth, I don't know if you just asked this and I didn't see it, but yes, it's the Faber-Castell watercolor pencils is what I'm using. Okay, so it's pretty dry now. Again, make your decision if you like an outlined version or not an outline version. Do whatever you want. I am going to pick up my pen. I'm going to outline it, but notice that it's not solid. Do you see this? Sometimes I just do little dots. I don't do super solid outlines. It's disconnected. And I don't worry about it being super straight. I don't even like super straight. All right. Okay. I do have to hurry because I feel like this timer is about to go off. I would not ever do this right here if this was wet. I would not add in any more color if it was wet. If I wanted to add in, like if it wasn't as pink as I wanted to, and I wanted to come back in, yeah, sorry, thought I did something wrong. And add in color, I could do that once it's dry. All right, y'all. There we have it. I'm adding a few little dots in a few places, but I think it's a super cute card that is perfect for all kinds of different things, even if it's just simply to cheer somebody up. So we did it. We got, look at that. I mean, it's like a sliver of a sliver left, but we did it in 10 minutes. So let me pull myself back up here. There goes the timer. Perfect. 10 minutes. All right. So if I did it in 10 minutes, that means you can too. We do these 10-minute videos for you to show you that it can be done, because what we hear so often, let me turn this light off of my head. What we hear so often is people want to get creative. They want to do, they know that it brings them joy and happiness. They know that it takes their anxiety down, but they have an excuse, what I say, a stinking thinking, and they say, I don't have time, I don't have time, I don't have time. So that's why we do these 10-minute videos, to show you that yes, you do have time. Get all the stuff out. Set your timer for 10 minutes and you've got time to create just a little bit every day, whether it's on your lunch break, whether it's while you're listening to a podcast or whatever, and you will start to see the benefits that just doing art, having peace and play does. So glad y'all are here today. If you are interested in being a part of our lettering club, if you are not, be sure to get on our wait list, as we will be opening registration for that soon. But for now, y'all have a great day. Let me know if you give this a try, and be sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave us a comment. All right, y'all, that's it for today. See ya.